So, is it possible to be a good person when nobody's looking? Yes. When alone, why not just do whatever comes to mind? I mean, who's there to keep you accountable but yourself, right? Here are some incentives that can motivate growth in your behavior when you're in solitude. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's watching. C.S. Lewis said that. So why do you want to have integrity and practice it when you're alone? Because you become a trustworthy person in the process. So let's talk integrity. Integrity is about walking your talk and having the courage to act in alignment with your truth, no matter how hard it is. A major factor in having integrity, in this case in solitude or when you're alone, is having congruence. This means that your intent and your behavior are the same. I'll give you an example. My intention is to stay hydrated. Since my intent is to stay hydrated, I intend to drink water. And drinking water complete, congruence check. Another very important factor is you have to make and keep commitments to yourself. Let me be clear, there's a lot more to learn on the topic of commitment, but for the sake of this video, just keep this next part in mind. In the wise words of Stephen Covey's son, Stephen Covey, understand that when keeping your commitment becomes hard, you have two choices. One, you can change your behavior to match your commitment. Or two, you can lower your values to match your behavior. I vote the former. So, even when you're alone, integrity matters. Now, after integrity comes character. Something I was reading the other day, John Wooden's going to get the credit for this one. Be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think you are. The true test of a person's character is what they do when no one is watching. By character, I mean the first definition in the dictionary, the mental and moral qualities that are distinctive to an individual. So how do you grow these qualities? One way is by developing the discipline to keep yourself accountable for your actions. Even when you're alone, you're not going to be done hearing that. It's key. Think about this. When other people are around, your concern for what they think of you might be guiding your actions. I was thinking of this example the other day. There was a guy walking in the park, and he just finished his snack bar. It was like a protein bar or something. And he takes his wrapping, and he looks around. He didn't see anybody. He saw the trash can though. He turned around, and he looked at the trash can, and he went, oh, but then I have to go all the way back, and throws it on the ground. I mean, who does that? I mean, you can't just litter because you're too lazy to go back, right? Just because nobody's there to hold you accountable. Like, if there were people, he wouldn't have littered. What a literate. No, wait, that's wrong. Anyway, that concern for what other people think of you won't be there when the time comes to demonstrate your character in solitude. And because self-growth stems from the inside, I urge you to consider the impact of building your character when the only person to hold you accountable for your actions is you. A final point on the topic is that both character and reputation are important to develop. Character is important because it's a formidable metric to know whether or not you're growing. And people with a good character have a habit of contributing to the progress of our shared world. Reputation, on the other hand, is a metric in which people use to judge whether or not you can cooperate with them on a task or in any form of relationship. Since we get more accomplished when we work together, I believe it's in the best interest of us all to consider reputation as the gateway to better contribution, because it gives incentive to others to value our own personal contribution. I've noticed that the way that I behave alone reciprocates the way that I behave around other people. As a person who lives with the intention of growing and contributing, it is most important that I practice excellence on my own so that I can behave at my best while connecting with people around me. However, this is a habit to practice irrelevant of others being there or not. So, we covered that every action is important because your actions are a reflection of your integrity, your character, and your reputation. And all three are beneficial for growth. Always remember that growth and contribution are contagious. That means that you can influence the behavior of others with your every action, whether for their benefit or that of your own. This can be used as an incentive to always do your best in the present moment, the only moment where you can truly make a valuable difference. Conclusion: when you're alone, you don't have to do anything that comes to mind. You can keep yourself accountable for your actions. I've shared merely a few incentives for motivating growth in your behavior when you're in solitude. Now, it's time to practice them. Feel free to let me know what you think. If this content was helpful, then please share your comments or give feedback so that I can improve my content. Thank you.